Welcome to Cars at 100, and on today's review I have this brand new 2024 Kia K5 GT all-wheel drive. We're gonna look at this car from the outside, check this car on the inside, and see a window sticker for some of the options that come on this car. So let's not waste any more time and let's jump into this review. Okay, let's start from the outside first. I already reviewed Kia K5 on my channel before. This is just a newer version of that car that has a little bit more options, and it is a GT line as well, so it's different from the car that I reviewed. It has a lot of aspects in terms of sportiness to it. It is not full-on GT. There's one more trim above it, and we have this nice design for the rims as well. As you can see here, 5-spoke design that has a brushed outside look, and you have a black finish on the inside. P0 all-season tires, and this is an all-wheel drive car. You have 235 45 R18-inch rims all around, and they look pretty sharp, matching the black piano finish on the outside in terms of trim for this car, with the side mirrors as well. You don't have a lot of chrome. It kind of goes together with the window trim there that extends to the back and side of this car and wraps around the trunk as well. Very unique design, very cool. Kia K5 stands out in terms of design compared to Honda Accord or Toyota Camry. Interesting proportions. You have a gas cap on the left here. Nice rear glass here. Very unique design in terms of aspects for this car. Trim, pieces, and everything all together kind of goes well in terms of the design language. You have a K5 badge here in the same font as the new Kia badge. It's a very good welcome addition in terms of the design. You have a GT line here. You also have the light that goes around the trunk, across the trunk rather. And you have a rear view camera there with the button to open the trunk. And this design for this light, it's very unique, very different. And as you can see here, you have this LED that kind of matches the front in terms of the design of the lights all around this car. And you have a keyless entry, keyless go on the front doors, and you have a side door mounted side mirrors, nice lines on the hood. Very interesting design language for this car. This is the lines that I was telling you about. This is daytime running lights. These lights will be on when the car will be driving during the day. And this grille is a very unique piece that goes across the front bumper here. 2 fog lights, and you have a nice 3 lenses for the headlights there. Very sharp look for this car. Unmistakably Korean design compared to Japanese or American or German that this car competes with. And as you can see, in terms of the front, you have this orange daytime running light here. Looks unique, different than any other car on the market. Now you can see the light that goes across the trunk here, and it's very unique design, I would say. And this reminds you of the front headlights. Design goes well together, front and back. Now let's check out this car on the inside. Now in order to enter this Kia K5, we have this key fob here, and you have a side buttons here: lock, unlock, trunk release button here, and you have a panic button here. You have also physical key inside here, and you can also remote start this car. You can also lock and unlock through this button here, and just like this we will enter this Kia K5 GT line. You have the soft touch material here on this red leatherette material. You have a nice door closing handle here, as well as this here. You can also close it through this. You have materials here in terms of stitching. You have the silver, you have some plastic that is kind of checkered style, just like carbon fiber type of look. You have a soft touch material up top, door open handle here, side mirror controls here, sound system here, and you have a book pocket as well as the bottle holder that you can put it like this on the side there. You have the K5 side sills here. Nice pedals, floor mounted gas pedal there. K5 logo on the floor mat. And you have these seats. You have automatic adjustment. You have bolstering on the bottom, bolstering on the top, and you have a GT line imposed on the seat. In terms of the entrance, is quite comfortable to get into this car and exit. It is very roomy. And if we jump inside and close the door, you have a nice solid feel when you close the door. And let me move the seat back a little bit. I reviewed this car already on my channel. Not many things have changed in terms of the design. It stayed the same. A little bit larger screen here, which I will show you in a little bit. But you have a different steering wheel here. You have a GT line logo now on the bottom of the steering wheel, flat bottom. You have options here for the media in terms of the Bluetooth controls and phone controls here once you connect those devices. And you have here options for the adaptive cruise control that comes on this car. Now this car is loaded with premium features, which I will show you in a little bit. And those features are something that is quite comfortable to use this car on a daily basis. So let's not wait and start this car. Foot on the brake. And just like this, we will start this Kia K5 GT line. In terms of the screen and this infotainment is really good. You have the quality that is one of the best on the market here in terms of the usability. I would say this is one of the all-around cars on the market that you can really enjoy every day. Quite reliable. Kia provides you with a very good warranty, 10-year or 100,000 mile warranty, whichever comes first, which is really good. What I really like about this car, climate control options. You have the auto feature here, but here you have 3 ways you can adjust auto, which is very good, which is one of the best features in terms of the climate control options on any car out there. And not a lot of cars have this feature. In terms of the buttons, you have physical buttons here. No fiddling inside the screen here for the adjustment of climate control. That's also important. And you have physical knobs here. And you have display here that you can see what you are adjusting in terms of the climate control. And it's really good. There's a lot of automatic features for this climate control. It will auto defrost your windshield. It's one of the best features, I think, on any car in terms of the climate control options. You have here 12-volt power outlet as well as USB Type A, one to connect your device to that infotainment and one to charge your device. Nice rubber pad here. You have 2 cup holders. You have automatic parking brake here. You have an auto hold on the traffic light. It will keep your brake so you don't have to put your foot on a brake. Transmission lever here, very unique design, kind of like a grip here. Nice to hold it when you drive. Kia really goes out of its way to kind of, give this sense of, driver usability. And you can see it and feel it in this car. You have heated steering wheel option here. You have a heated seats here. You have 3 ways you can heat the seats. And you have to go through cycle clicking down here. And you got the same for the front passenger. Now, in terms of the drive modes in this car, you have plenty of drive modes. Now, currently we are in custom. And in order to adjust the custom, you go to setup, you go to vehicle, and then when you go to drive mode, you can go to custom and you can adjust how powertrain will feel. You can go into steering, which gives you 2 options as well, normal and sport. So you can go, basically sport powertrain and normal steering, or sport steering and normal powertrain. You can adjust it through custom here. Other drive modes include snow. You go right again, it goes to smart, which will adjust to your driving behavior. Basically, if you're gonna drive a little bit more enthusiastically, it'll go into sport mode, or if you drive very slow, it'll be as efficient as possible. Whatever mode you have on the car, when you turn the car off, it will be the same mode when you turn the car back on. So you have sport as well, and this car will be as sharp as possible in terms of the steering and in terms of the throttle input. And these are more drive modes than in Kia Forte, even Kia Forte GT. You have the wireless charger here located, conveniently you can put your phone here, and it will also hold it like this through that section there. You also have a section here for your storage, stitched leather red material here. You have a glove box here as well. You have the stitching on the dashboard here, gives extra something in terms of the design. Now in terms of this infotainment, you have controls here that you have buttons there on both sides. Touch sensitive, they're not buttons really, they just know when you press on it, it will know exactly what you're doing because you're pressing on that section. If you don't want to have a lot of things on the screen, you have this minimalistic looking map. It will, you know, change. It's like a navigation map, but it's kind of subdued look. And you have the weather here, all the important information right there in front of you. And it's kind of in this kind of a dark purple, you know, kind of with black mixed, and it's cool design, I would say. If you want to go into different features of this screen here, you can go swipe like this, or you can click on this map. It'll take you to navigation. Also, you have a section here, two sections here. You can close that section to get a wider map, or you can open it when you have a media running. In terms of this section here, this is not digital. As you can see, it is just middle section. The center is digital screen there. It is not full digital like a lot of cars are doing now. It's a good and bad at the same time. I would say good in terms of just minimalistic look, and it kind of feels, you know, like a car. But when you have full digital, it will also give you more information than this. So it's kind of up to a preference. You have some options that you can control through that middle screen there, just like drive info. You have the compass, you have you know, safety options, and you have digital mile per hour kind of section there. And you can also go through different menus of that sub menu. You have sub menus of the menu sections there. Easy to use, very adjustable in terms of the design. I would say just to click on the thing, it's very, very simple. In terms of the design for the gauges, they're pretty straightforward. You have this piano black finish that goes around the dashboard here in terms of, I guess, this section here. And you don't have a lot of piano black finish because this section you will touch a lot, and it is kind of in this matte black finish. You have some piano black finish to go together with the section of the dashboard, but otherwise it is not a lot. It kind of mixes together and nicely put in the sections where it's not gonna get dirty too much. You have a panel sunroof here, and you can open it like this. It's pretty cool design, I would say. Very good quality. It's a nice weather today. You can actually keep this open. And you have this section here, dark top section of the interior. Some automakers still making this in a light kind of design compared to the bottom section of the interior. I think this design is better, but I think it's the reason of the GT line package, because it's kind of a sporty look. And GT for this car also exists. It's a higher trim. It has a more powerful engine as well. If you want a little bit more power out of your K5, you can go with the GT, full-on GT. You have a hazard button here. You have a start-stop button located here, nicely designed. I think overall it's not too much, and its own unique way of showing the interior design for Kia. I have the window sticker here for you to check out. You can pause the video at any second to see all the standard and optional equipment for this car. And additional equipment is the GT line package that this car has. Manufacturer suggested retail price in this review for this car is $32,035. In terms of the color, it's wolf gray. You have the GT line package, which gives you red interior color package. 28 miles per gallon combined, 25 in a city, 33 on a highway. And final assembly point for this car is West Point, Georgia, USA. Let's check out the rear seats of this Kia K5 GT line. Now, in order to enter the rear seats of this Kia K5, you don't have a keyless entry through the back doors. And if the car is locked, you have to do it through the key fob or through the front doors. Same leather red material. in a soft touch. Hard plastic this time on the rear doors here. You have the trim here that doesn't have a silver line just like up front would have. You have the bottle holder here. You have the speaker housing there. You have stitching here. Interesting and nice design, I would say. Door seals here, K5 on them. And if we jump inside, and once we close the doors, either through this or this, you have some pocket here, some pocket here in terms of the storage behind the front seats. You have a USB type A. You can connect 2 devices there, as you can see. There's no vents in the back here. And you can put this section down here, middle section, to reveal 2 cup holders. You have plenty of legroom here, and you have plenty of headroom. I'm 6 feet tall, and it's comfortable in this car. You can also drop down these seats to have more storage for the trunk. Even better would be if this car had hatchback design, because it looks like a hatchback, but it's not. And let me show you the trunk in more detail. 2 ways you can open this trunk: through this button here or through the key fob as well. So when you press this button, it will reveal huge space for this trunk. You also have a spare tire under the floor of the trunk with some tools here, as you can see in the middle. You can also drop down the rear seats to have more length space for this trunk. Enjoyed today's review of this 2024 Kia K5 GT Line all-wheel drive. If you have any questions about this or any other car, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Also, if you are interested in getting this or any other car in terms of lease or finance, refer to the company behind me. I'll also include their information in the description box. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Stay loving cars.